Well, good afternoon, private practice success community. Gerda here, coming to you from a very sunny Sunday breezy afternoon. I thought it is so lovely. I'm going to come sit outside here whilst I'm having a chat to you, and all of a sudden the sun came from behind the clouds and it was so bright. Just having sunglasses on weren't good enough, so I had to go and find the first hat I could find. So that's why I'm looking like I'm incognito, but the sun is actually so bright I can't see. Well, welcome to day number 29, I suspect, of my 90-day vlog challenge. So because I'm outside, I don't have my trusty laptop on me. So if anybody that is in any of my private practice success groups are watching this, please share this live stream right now into the group, because that would mean that the other guys can join in, because not everybody gets the notifications. That being said, if you want to make sure that you are able to follow me live, there is an option to press follow on notifications or turn on. I'm not exactly sure what that button is, but if you're watching now or if you're watching it later, you can actually press the button. You'll see it when you watch it, that allows you to be notified when I actually go live, because of course it's way more fun interacting live. You're seeing where I'm at right now. I of course don't know what you're up to, but at least we can talk when that happens. So the title for today is values in private practice, and really living those values. And what brought that to the forefront for me was actually this morning I was watching breakfast TV with the kids while eating pancake, and they had a panel, 3 people like on a panel, and they were talking about the changes to the Aussie citizenship test. Now that's always of interest to me. Being a migrant, I had to sit that test and had to apply for my citizenship and all of that type of thing. And they were talking about the changes, and an important change was the fact that they want more people to be able to align with the values that we have here in Australia. Now the purpose of saying that is not to get involved in a political discussion around it, but they made a lot of good points, everybody on the panel, and it just made me start thinking of the values that I have in my business, both in private practice success, which is of course this education and training part of what I do these days, but also my private practice, the psych professionals. Because it is really important to know what your values are. An important activity that we do when I run my masterclass weekend workshop is we sit around the table and we actually write the culture statements for every practice that is there on the weekend. Now, a culture statement is really a statement that sets out your top 5 to 10 values and what each one of those mean. Okay, so for us at the Psych Professionals, we've got 10 values in our culture statement. So step 1 is knowing what it is, and by the way, those values need to be yours as the practice owner, because clinician team and reception team, although we want them to stay for as long as possible, they won't be with us forever. So it has to be the practice that you want it to be, which means that it has to be your values and no one else's. You're the one that carries the risk, you're the one that invests the money, and also you're the one that gets the rewards. But it's your place, it's your business, it's your private practice, it has to be your values. Hi Monique, thanks for joining. Good to see you live on here. So you need to have that list of values. That's step number 1. But that's not the only thing that you need to do. You also then need to do step 2, which is really the most important part of this, and that is to live those values. So I really want you to ask yourself today, first of all, do I have a list of values in my practice? Do I know what those are, me as the practice owner? Does my team know what those are? Oh, where's my grammar? It's Sunday, it's weekend, I'm not thinking straight. Does my reception team and my staff know what those values are? Do my clients know what those values are? So if you go onto the Psych Professionals website, you will actually see that we've got our values listed on there. we actually have our values on a big canvas portrait type thing, not sure what the right word is, in our waiting room in each practice. My business coach actually made me one for each practice location for my 40th birthday. That was around almost 3 years ago now. So we're very proud of those values and we display it. We're happy for our clients to know what they are and for them to therefore also keep us accountable to living those values. So, step one, you need to know what your values are as a practice owner. Your team needs to know, your clients needs to know, but most importantly, you need to live it every day in your practice. Otherwise, it means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Just have a list of awesome words that you like. If you don't use that every day, your values is so important. It's gonna help you with so many things. It's gonna help you with recruitment because you want to hire team members that has the same values than you because they need to fit in with your practice culture. Okay, it's going to help you make everyday decisions. It's going to inform how you're going to respond to crises. It's going to inform everything that you do in your practice. If you're an acceptance and commitment therapy practitioner, you would know how important this stuff is. And again, it's not just important to have values, but you need to live according to them. So really ask yourself whether you are modeling to your team the values and whether you are living it every day. And is it just on a piece of paper, or do you actually look at it and reflect on it on a day-to-day basis? So let's say, for example, if gratitude is one of your values, which it is at my practice at the Psych Professionals, what are you doing to show gratitude? Okay, maybe for you, yourself as a practice owner, do you keep a gratitude list? But how do you express gratitude towards, let's start with your team. Do you express it, whether that is publicly, whether it's in just within the practice, within the group, or whether it's just one-on-one, talking to somebody and saying, I really appreciate what you've done for me and how you've helped me. It has to come through everything that we do. Very, very important. Sorry, there's a big fly flying around here. So if you do anything special in your practice, I'm now a real Aussie, being attacked by flies out here. If you are doing something really special in your practice to live out your values, I would love to hear what that is. Just share one thing with me so that we can learn from one another. But it's so important to live it. You will be so much happier. As the practice owner, you'll be hiring the right people, which means you're going to go to work, they're going to go to work, and you'll be creating a happiness-centered practice, which is really what my goal is at the Psych Professionals and for my team, because everybody will be sharing the same values. I'm not saying we all need to be the same. I love diversity, so even in my practice, we've got people from a lot of different corners of the world, speaking a lot of different languages. We are a melting pot of cultures. We're a melting pot of different age groups, life stage, timings, and it's an amazingly diversified group, which is why we are so successful in being able to look after clients and to do the actual clinical work, because we always will have somebody that is a good fit with clients referred to us, but inherently on the inside, in the heart, we share the same values, and which makes going to work fun, which makes spending time with one another fun. And that is what you want. If you want to be in private practice and you want to enjoy doing it, you want to have that passion, it has to be fun, and that starts with the values. It informs everything that you do in your practice. So please make sure that you concentrate on that. So that is where I'm going to leave it today. As always, guys, all you need to do is say yes to building and developing your very own level 5 ultimate private practice, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.